Hey guys, Kimmy Vapes here. Welcome back. Thanks for clicking on this video. Today I have a review on the Khree UFO by Khree. Let's have a vape, go down below and see what comes with it. Okay, and here we have the Khree UFO manufactured by Khree. This product was sent to me for the purpose of this review by Khree. You can go to Khree's website at www.khree.com. Let's go ahead and take a look at the packaging. At the front of the box, you can see this is the picture of the actual device, and down here the name of the device. And it claims to be the world's first e-cig with 2 atomizers and flavors. Now, I don't know about the world's first e-cig, but I have never seen a pod system with 2 flavors. But we have seen other atomizers and devices out there that are not pod systems that support putting 2 flavors into one tank or having a dual tank where you can use 2 separate flavors. All right, flipping over the box, you can see the back here. It tells you what's going to come in the box. 1 rechargeable Khree UFO device, 3 Khree UFO 2ml cartridges, and 1 USB cable. Again, their website is listed right there. And of course it says here that this product is not intended for sale or use to those under 18 years of age. So let's go ahead and open up the box. Take the outer sleeve off and you'll see here is your device. It comes with 2 cartridges already installed in it. Now these are refillable cartridges. So when you get them, the cartridges will be empty. And then looking in here, we have another box. In this box, you're going to find a USB charging cable and a user's manual. On one side, it gives you an illustrated diagram of how to insert and remove the pods. And then it also has some specifications. So the main features of this device is that you can enjoy 2 flavors in one device with an easy pod system. You can change your flavor by removing the pod and replacing it. Now they say with a slice move in 0.1 second. Not quite sure what that means. The coil heads are made of organic cotton and Ni, so since it says just Ni, I'm going to assume that means nickel. We'll talk about that more when we go back up top. And then of course the device is puff activated, and the dimensions of the device is going to be 11 millimeters thick and 65 millimeters in diameter. Capacity is 2 2ml cartridges, and the battery cell is a lithium 600 mAh built-in battery. So let's go ahead and take a look at the device. So here you'll see that there's a little sticker there, and that's a sticker that I put on myself for identification of which flavor I have on which side. So they give you this little handy sheet of metallic dots that you can place on the cartridges so that you know what you have in each cartridge if you decide to use 2 different flavors or 2 different nicotine strengths. So to remove the cartridge, you'll simply grasp the cartridge and pull straight up. Now I will say, for me, these cartridges can be a little finicky to get out. So when you pull, you do have to give some good firm pressure to the cartridge and pull straight up. And if you're not careful, you can send your cartridge or pod flying. So I'll show you the first cartridge here. This is what it looks like. You'll see it has this long metal tube that goes from this little airflow hole right here down to your coil. And your coil is housed there at the bottom, and you can see on the sides where your wick is coming out of that simple, it looks to be like a simple round wire horizontal coil. Now to fill your pod, you'll simply lift this little rubber gasket up, and that's going to expose a hole for you to fill. Now I've had no trouble filling these pods. They do have quite a nice sized fill port. The only issue I had is when I tried to use a glass dropper. But as far as like my regular Chubby Gorilla bottles or my other plastic tip bottles, I had no trouble filling it up. And you'll simply fill it all the way up to right to that hole. Of course, you don't want to overfill it, but I do try to get as much e-liquid in there without air. If you do see some air bubbles trapped down at the bottom, what I found helpful was to take it and hold it upside down and just give it a good shake. And that usually will break that air bubble that's down there that sometimes gets trapped. So once you've filled it up, you need to let this sit for 5 minutes. And just to show you the other side of the pod, here's your other one. So without the pods in it, here's what the Khree UFO looks like. You can see the little contacts down there that your pod comes in contact with, and that's what activates it for your puff activation. So placing the pods back in, again, you'll want to just place them straight back down in. You'll see there these contacts. When you first get your pod, you'll notice there is a white strip laying across the contacts, and that's so as that the device can't be activated without e-liquid in it, since the pods come empty. Just make sure you remove that little plastic strip that'll be on the bottom of the contacts. So place it in on each side. And it has a nice little satisfying click to it, but you soon see once you install the pods, it looks the same all the way around until you look very closely. Of course, on the very bottom, you have your micro USB for charging. You also have this little slit here, which houses a LED indicator light. It will glow green while puffing, and it will glow red while charging. And when it's completed charging, the light will go off. On the exact opposite side of your USB and your light, you'll find that you have an airflow hole on this side and an airflow hole here. There is no mouthpiece per se. You just have to cup your lips over this portion of the piece. So you could kind of say that the whole top of the pod is your mouthpiece. And that is the Khree UFO. It's completely made of plastic. Let's go back up top, have a vape on it, and I'll give you my thoughts and opinions. Alright, so that was the up and close look of the UFO by Khree. So what are my thoughts? Well, let's get straight into it. First thing I'm going to do is get into the pros. So the pros of this is that the vape on it is really nice. I've actually enjoyed the mouth to lung vape on this. It's slightly loose, but for me, it's the perfect amount of restriction that I like on a vape. Now, some people may say, well, it's very difficult to vape on due to the shape. Well, what I find works best for me, and this is going to sound really funny, but of course, first I have to locate the hole, and that is difficult sometimes because of the round design and the fact that the whole outer rim is black. It can be difficult sometimes to find where those airflow holes are. But once I do find the airflow hole, I kiss the airflow hole. So kiss it like you're kissing your mother on the cheek, purse your lips, and take a vape. And I find by resting my lips that way, just over the airflow hole, that I don't feel like I'm trying to shove this in my mouth or anything. And the vape off of it is really nice. Of course, this is a pod system, so the flavor isn't great, but I do catch the nuances. I'm vaping watermelon in one side and green apple on the other side, and I can definitely distinguish between the two flavors. I can taste the watermelon and I can taste the green apple. On to my next pro. The biggest pro of this device is the fact that there are two pods, each one being 2 milliliters. So you have the option of increasing your juice capacity by putting the same flavor and nic level in both pods, giving you 4 milliliters of e-liquid in the device all at once, or having two separate flavors, or having two different nicotine strengths. So say you're a person that you don't always want to vape high nicotine. Sometimes you want a lower nicotine so you can vape it more often. But there are times where you need that quick hit of nicotine, and rather than having to carry two devices, you can carry one, with one side being high nicotine and the other being low nicotine. So that's a really big pro in this device. Now, the next pro is that it is a micro USB charging. So you're not stuck carrying around a proprietary charger. Everybody pretty much nowadays has a ton of micro USB chargers. They're very easy to find. You can go to any store just about and pick one up in a pinch. So the fact that it has micro USB charging is another big pro. Now there are some cons to this device, so let's go ahead and go over those. So one of the biggest cons to me is there's no pass-through vaping on this device. So while it's charging, you cannot vape on it. The other con that I have on it is the round design makes it difficult to find the airflow holes where you need to puff at. And of course, the last con is kind of subjective, and that it's all made of plastic. So it feels, while it is lightweight, it makes it feel kind of cheap. And some people will not like the design because it looks similar to maybe a makeup compact. And men specifically may not want to look like they're carrying around a makeup compact. Overall, I'm enjoying the fact that I can do such a wide variety of things with these two pods, being that I can put low nicotine in one side, high nicotine in the other, and also that it gives a combined total of 4 milliliter capacity. I just wish that Khree would have picked a different design, a more pod system like design, where maybe it was elongated and wider and more of like a rectangular shape, and I think it would have been a perfect device. So if you guys are interested in picking up the Khree UFO, I will include links down in the description box. If you guys like this video, please hit the thumbs up. If you're not already, hit that subscribe button. And if you are already subscribed, don't forget to hit the little notification bell icon so you get notified the next time I upload a video. Thanks for watching, you guys. Bye-bye.